Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Everything working? Let me pop out my chat real quick so I can see what everybody has to say. Pop out. There we go. Let me get everything lined up so we're all nice and vibing. And then let me change my scene so that you guys can see. Oh, what did I just do? Oops. Okay. RuneScape with 2 accounts. Oh, my webcam's being fucky again. 1 second. I gotta unlock it and then go to properties. Set it to something else. Done. Properties. Set it back to webcam. Then it's good. Okay. There we go. And it looks like my mic's coming through. Looks like Spotify's coming through. Make sure it's still separate. Yep, Spotify's not going to be on the VOD, so that'll be all good. All right. So let me edit the today command. Oh, right. Exclamation mark today. So yeah, that's the plan. Is I don't know if you read in the chat, but I decided that since I only have the one Sherlock teleport daily, and I do master clues every time I can because I'm grinding for the Bloodhound pet. It only makes sense to go for. Oh, you can't see my second rune light. 1 second. Unhide. Perfect. Okay. Let me get this guy set up and then I'll explain more what I'm talking about. Wait, I gotta write something on my to-do list too. Okay, and then I need to check something real quick. I should have done this before I went live, but I just need to check something real quick on my phone. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to cut the stream off at 1, unfortunately, because I have to do drop-in advising for my school, and so hopefully I can stream a little bit more after that, which I should be able to because I'll have pretty much until 5 free. So I'll probably do like a 12 to 1 and then like a 1:30 to 4 or something like that. We'll see what ends up happening, but I'll stream a little bit extra afterwards if I can, which I think I will be able to. Um, Banger, by the way. Let's real quick. Okay. I need to check one more thing on my phone and then I'm good to go. Is my mic bouncing? Stop bouncing. I think that's the table. I'm not really sure. Whatever. Okay. So I need to first. I will finish the master clue that I have started, just because I feel like I don't want to leave you guys hanging. But before I do the next one, I'm going to grind out the entire Kandarin hard diary. Not hard, elite. Did I say hard? Because if I said hard, I meant elite. Yeah, I said elite in the command. Okay. But first, let me set up my Nightmare Zone on my Rune Dragon alt. Okay, and the game sounds on my Rune Dragon alt I want to turn down to be lower than the game sounds on my main. I want them to just be like basically vague background noise. Okay, so that's good. So then I'm on a cryptic clue. I did that. I did Sherlock. I need. Oh, I was buying my Armadillo helmet, right? And it bought. We're perfect. Okay, perfect. Oh, there's a little RuneLite plugin that tells you what the item's supposed to be. I didn't even know that. That's kind of neat. I wonder if that's new. That might be new. Sorry if I'm messing with the mic. That's just like a fidgety habit. Let's see if I can get that back-to-back fallow step. That would be nice. Nope. Archaeus Church. Not bad. So let's go. Configure. Do I have the Archaeus? Not, I don't know what favor did, but there it is. And I think I've done this one before. I think you kill, let's see, there's a major, a ranger, and a meleeer. And I'm wearing black d'hide. So I should tank the major, pray against the ranger, and kill the meleeer first. If I remember right. Where am I going? Okay, going down here. And hopefully this is enough food, because they do kind of a lot of damage. But hopefully we'll be fine. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't know if you heard. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, cut it off at 1, but then after that, I should be good to stream for... That should only probably take like 5 minutes, and then... So it's going to be more of a break than anything, and then I should be good to stream for a couple hours. So I just have to do like a drop-in advising thing for my school. But after that, I should be good. And if you look, exclamation mark, today... I decided instead of grinding Vorkath and doing all the master clues, since I only have Kandarin Helmet 3 and it's really, really, really good for master clues, I should just do... My goal is Diary Cape anyway. I should just do the Kandarin Diary. Even though it's kind of a big... It's a big undertaking. But I want to start working on that as what I do on my main account. But for now, I'm gonna kill the the trio, and I'm gonna finish this master clue. So pray ranged and piety to start off with. Equip this. Dig. Spec the meleeer. Pray rigor. Kill the ranger. Now I can pray against the major because the ranger has a rune crossbow, so I'm gonna be real. I'm not really scared of that at all. Should I start doing quests that have like 13 mil? Yeah. I think I started quests that I had like 1K. Quest was like the first thing I did. Yeah, I would recommend, if you want to know what I did, I basically just rushed Dragon Slayer 2 and rushed. It's a loose term because I mean Dragon Slayer 2 is a pretty big undertaking. There's a lot of quests you got to do. There's a lot of stats you got to get, but then you have Vorkath, and then you have one, which is one of the best money makers in the entire game. And so, like, that's what I still to this day do that. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that you just basically hadn't done any. Okay. Okay, Sherlock step. So the fastest way is legend, or the quest cape. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of trivial because I'm literally just saving myself this little bit of extra run every time I get a Sherlock step. But since my goal is achievement diary cape anyway, I'm like, I may as well. What did he say his thing was? Oh, I have to read it, right? Teleport to a spirit tree you planted yourself, sure. Pretty sure I have one in Port Sarim. Yep, Port Sarim. There we go. Oh, what's going on? My overload ran out. Whoops. Take that zapper power up, though, for extra points. Oh, shit, I'm low on... I always forget how low defense this account is, so it just gets rinsed when it's in Nightmare Zone. It just gets destroyed. If I were you, no. I would always recommend doing Slayer for combat stats. Nightmare Zone, I would only recommend if you're, like, in class online and, like, trying to do something AFK while you're in class or, like, doing homework. But... really, Slayer is like the bread and butter of RuneScape, so like you really want to get working on that, and it's a great way to get your combat stats up. With all like cannoning tasks, will get your ranged way up. Melee tasks, there's a lot of when you get higher up, bursting tasks for your magic level. That becomes the meta magic training method. So definitely would recommend Slayer over Nightmare Zone. But Nightmare Zone's a good way to get. Like, you've got to get your imbues, so for some early combat stats, sure, it's a pretty good method. Especially if you just do what I'm doing here with full obsidian with the sword and a berserker necklace. It's a pretty cheap setup, and it's very, very effective. So, if you go to the Chasm of Fire, you can cannon them. There's a cannon spot. And you can cannon them from a safe spot and just use expeditious bracelets, and it goes by really fast. I'll show you on the map. Look at my main account. Obviously this is a suggestion. You don't have to do this, but if you go into this fairy ring DJR, and then you go into here, and then you go down to the middle level, there's a cannon spot. I think it's like right here, and you see these 3 pillars. They can't get to you, but your cannon can hit them. So if you use expeditious bracelets, then the task goes by super fast. And you can always bring like an MSB and shoot them too if you want. Oh, you have like a Konar, like a specific a place specific. Yeah, that sucks ass then. my only advice then is just use expeditious bracelets, and you're gonna have to get through it. But you could, if your streak isn't that high and you don't care about it, you could always just Turiel skip. You could go get a task from Turiel, and then it'll give you like 5 bats or something, and then you can just start over. Do you have like a really long streak right now that you're trying to keep? Ooh, follow the bard. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's your current task. But if you go to Turiel, look, if you go to, you can go to someone's POH, you can use their games necklace teleport to, or you can just use a games necklace. You can go to Berthorpe here. It'll teleport you here. You go down, and then if you go to this guy, it'll just cancel. He'll say, "Are you sure?" And it'll cancel your current task, and it'll give you an easy one. And it'll be something like 10 bats, 15 skeletons, 5 ghosts, something really easy that you can do in like 5 seconds. So if you really don't want to do your current task, you can either skip it with points or you can skip it with Turiel. But I don't know. If you don't know what if you have like a big streak, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you at that point. I would just see if you have 30 Slayer points to skip it with, and just hope that you have the points. Yeah, it's 30 each. The expeditious and the slaughters, it's 30 each. So it's a chance that it procs, and then if it procs, then you have 30 procs each bracelet. So I usually bring, like if I were doing a task that big, I would probably bring 3 bracelets or something, because it's not going to proc every time. It'll be like every 15 kills or something, it skips one. So it'll still be pretty slow, but it speeds it up a good amount. Let's see. I had a tab with all the fallow items. Oh, it's just a Greenman's Ale M. Okay. Yeah, I think I did that on my main, to be fair. I did it for like, or I did, for like base 70s, I did, oh, I didn't mean to click that. You know the crabs that people train on? I did, the Ammonite crabs that are right here for like base 70s. And just AFK'd it. But, I mean, Nightmare Zone's a better option because you're going to get points. And you need points for your imbues. So, honestly, yeah, that would be a great idea. And then you can get your imbued Berserker ring and stuff. If you don't already have that. Yeah, sand crabs too are a good one. I like Ammonite crabs because less people do them because the quest is a little bit more annoying, but both work. There's also the rock crabs in Relica if you want to use those. But I think those are like packed because there's no quest requirement. You don't need an Aid of the Myrique for sand crabs. You need Depths of Despair, which is honestly a pretty easy quest if you wanted to do it. The Depths of Despair. It's like you're helping a guy in Hosidius. You just kill a snake, pretty much. You go to the Arceus library, get a book, and then go to a cave, kill a snake. Oh, why do you need that quest for Nightmare Zone? Is it just like a requirement or something? I didn't know that there was a requirement. I don't think I have that on this account. Yeah, I haven't done that on this account, so I mean, you don't need it for Nightmare Zone. I think if you're asking like for which quest to get the best bosses, I don't think so. I disagree. I think the best bosses are like Count Draenor from Dragon Slayer or Vampire Slayer, Khazar Warlord from Tree Gnome, whatever, Black Demon from the other Tree Gnome thing, the Sand Snake from Depths of Despair, King Rold from, I think King Rold's from Dragon Slayer 2, so it's a good boss, but you won't be able to get it yet. But I can't check. Oh, I can check on this account. I can just real quick go to Nightmare Zone. Oh, another really good one is Kendall, or the Kendall from I did that quest yesterday, I think. It's just this bear guy. He's a really good boss to kill. That's from Mountain Daughter. Let's see. Let me see what bosses I have on this. One sec. Dream. Previous. Yeah. Drink. So I have Trapped Soul from The Ascent of Arceus. I have Count Draenor for Vampire Slayer. Sand Snake from The Depths of Despair. The Kendall from Mountain Daughter. Me from Lunar Diplomacy. Headless Beast from Getting Ahead. But I don't know if that's actually good to have, and I'm honestly going to take it off. Because it has this attack that comes down, so it damages you kind of a lot. Especially if there's multiple of them. So I probably... It might be fine, because it's pretty squishy, so it might be good for like XP, but I don't want to have that. Moss Guardian from Roving Elves is a great one. Skeleton Hellhound from In Search of the Myrique is a good one to have, but obviously you only need 5. And so I wouldn't do In Search of the Myrique or the Myrique or whatever it's called just for the boss for NMZ, because it's a pretty, if I remember right, it's a pretty long quest. But if it's an easy quest, I don't remember exactly, then you could do that. But then Tree Spirit from Lost City, which I know you've already done Lost City. That's a good one. Khazar Warlord from Tree Gnome Village. Bouncer from Fight Arena, and those are the ones I use. The gear, I would use this, full obsidian. So obsidian helmet, obsidian plate body, obsidian plate legs, a berserker necklace, and a Totzik Ack, and then a dragon defender. Oh, I would probably do crabs until you're like base 70s then. Because Nightmare Zone is not worth it if you don't really have like at least this. Are you like... Oh, 50 defense. Oh, okay. In my opinion, I would do sand crabs to base 70s then. Or at least until you can equip this armor. I wouldn't do Nightmare Zone unless you have obsidian. Personally, but there's nothing technically stopping you from just bringing, if you're willing to spend the money, bringing prayer potions instead of absorptions, or like you can still use absorption potions and like super combats and just whatever gear you have, but you're gonna run into the problem that you're not gonna break even on points because you won't be able to kill stuff fast enough because you just can't do enough damage. Because basically you got to rebuy these overloads and these absorptions every time. So if you're not killing, if your trip isn't lasting long enough, then you're not going to break even on points. And so that makes it pretty hard to make this a viable training method. That's why I don't do it unless I have like obsidian armor at least. That was kind of a long tangent, but yeah, I would recommend like crabs or low level slayer. I would really recommend just skipping your task if you don't want to do it, and then using the fairy slayer master or the Canifis slayer master, and just using slayer to train your stats, because that's going to help your account a lot doing early level slayer. Especially because if you only have one account, like I'm fine doing Nightmare Zone all day, every day, because I have another account that I can play actively and do something, but I would be bored out of my mind if I was just in Nightmare Zone on my main account and that's it. So I would definitely do Slayer. Like Slayer is like the best of the best for training your stats. Everything else is just like alternative for like different reasons. Okay, do I have a mature Greenman's Ale? Yep. Oh, I don't think that's the right mature. I guess it is. Yeah, that's what I would do. And then maybe slay until you're like base 70s or close to it. You could finish off the last of it at like crabs or something. Just whatever. I'll look up the obsidian armor. And like the requirement. It only requires 60 defense. So you could technically just do Slayer until you're like 60 defense and then like 65 attack, 65 strength. And then, or I would slay. Here's a good idea. Since you don't have a dragon defender yet, because you don't have the levels, I'm pretty sure. Unless you do, but get like a couple attack levels so that you can get into the Warriors Guild and then train defense in the Warriors Guild while you grind out your dragon defender. And then yeah, and so do some low level slayer until you can start grinding your dragon defender, and then do your defense grind while you're getting your dragon defender, because you're gonna have to kill a bunch of cyclopses to get a dragon defender. And then you'll be pretty set to do. You'll be really close to being able to do Nightmare Zone. Or you could just keep slaying at that point, whatever. But I would say a Dragon Defender is a must-have on your account. Like you have to get it. It's just so good. So I always, on every account I've ever made, I've pretty much rushed the Dragon Defender as like my first goal. Yeah. So like if you wanted, you could just do 2 levels at crabs, or you could get a task, but honestly, you might just do the 2 attack levels at crabs and then go to the Warriors Guild. Whatever you feel like doing. Oh, I got the casket. Hey. Come on, pet. Nope. It's not terrible loot, though, at least. I mean, Dragon Halberd. Can't complain too much. Okay. Now is where the fun begins, because I need to look up the Kandarin Elite Diary. Yeah, that's a good idea. He'll give you like rats or ghosts or something. It'll be really easy, and it'll give you some starter slayer XP, which is always nice. Or like just Yeah, Slayer XP is always nice. That's what I did on this second. Originally, this was just gonna be a second main. And that's what I did. I just did Turiel tasks until like I had the level to get my Avas, and then switched to like the Canifis Slayer Master for a while. And now I think I'm like, what level am I? I'm 41 Slayer now because it was like a quest requirement for something. Okay. I mean, basically, you're going to have to make the decision yourself. My streak's at like 200 right now, so I definitely wouldn't reset mine. But if you, I don't know, in the grand scheme of things, 15 isn't that much, but the only other option is doing the task. Or do you have 30 Slayer points? Oh, okay. Because you can always just cancel the task with... Oh, shit, you didn't? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Damn. I should have tried to tell you that before you did the tutorial skip. I thought you knew that. My bad. Oh. Oh, well, that's good because then you keep your streak. So you'll still have your streak. So it's a good, it's always better to skip with points. Yeah, yeah. It's better to skip with points than to skip with Turiel because then you keep your streak. If basically to skip with Turiel, you ask for a new task from him, and then he overrides your current task with an easier task, but it cancels your streak. So what you did is you just regularly skipped a task, which is good because it keeps your streak. So you'll still be at a 15 streak, which is great. Yeah, and then I would just use whatever Slayer Master is like the highest level one that you can comfortably use for a while to get your 2 attack levels. And then head on over to the Warriors Guild and then get grinding. That's what I would do. Okay, but I gotta get grinding on the Kandarin Elite Diary. So that, let's see. Pick some dwarf weed from the herb patch at Catherby. That one I can do right now. Well, I can't do it, but I can get it set up. Yeah, do the cave slimes because it'll give you Slayer XP. So, basically the benefit to doing Slayer over doing crabs is, I mean, you're both either way killing just a shit low defense, low HP monster. But when you're doing it on a Slayer task, you're getting Slayer XP. So it's like a bonus. So I would definitely do the cave slimes. Just bring a bullseye lantern or a torch or something, because you need a light source. And bring a spined helmet, which you buy from the Slayer Master, because of those wall beasts. You don't have to bring one, but I would. Or it might be called Spiky Helmet. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've been over there. It just makes it so when those hands reach out and grab you, then they recoil away and they don't damage you. Yep. Yeah, so you need a light source, a spiny helmet, and I think cave slimes can poison, so I would bring an antidote plus as well. But I don't actually remember if it's cave slimes or cave insects that poison, so I'm not 100% sure. You might bring one just to be safe. I use bullseye lantern because it can't go out. Go buy a bullseye lantern on the GE, use a tinderbox on it, and then it'll be lit as long as you don't extinguish it yourself. Or if you've ever done Wintertodt, if you have a Bruma torch, then those are good. But that's only if you've done Wintertodt before. But yeah, the easiest one is just bullseye lantern. That's what I used for the vast majority of my main account. Anytime I needed a light source. I wonder how much this ultra compost I have stored is worth. What if I just have like 10 mils stored in this tool leprechaun? Oh, it's like 300k, whatever. It can stay. Or I guess I can buy a bottomless bucket at least. Okay. If this dies, I'm gonna be sad, but hopefully it lives. Okay. So that's one task not done, but all the hard work is done. What next? I'm gonna save rank 5 all rolls for Barbasol last, because that's gonna be the hardest one. One sec. Let me buy a bottomless bucket. Let's just store my... I think I may as well upgrade to a bottomless bucket. I'm at a point in my account where I can. So, no reason not to. I would drink it before just so that because it prevents being poisoned. So just drink one and have the effect active, and then you can't get poisoned. So yeah, drink it before. You can drink it after, but it just makes more sense to drink it before. Yeah, Turiel gives really, really easy tasks, which as soon as you can, I would move on to either Chaelder or Mashner. Yep. Oh, right, you were just... Right, you were... Yeah, Chaelder is Zanaris. Oh, really? Oh, okay, sweet. Then, I mean, maybe you could do Mashner, and then those will be a little bit harder. I don't know, if you feel like it's too easy, and it's like a waste of time, but I don't know. Either one's good. What am I doing? Okay, I can either get rank 5 all rolls in Barb Assault, which I don't want to do right now. I can get 85 smithing and boost up with a... I can get 2 smithing levels and boost up with a stew, or... What's a non-stew smithing boost? So there's a Dwarven Stout Mature, which gives 2. So I'll probably get 88 then. And just use a Dwarven Stout. So how much gold do I need? Gold ore. 30,475. Okay. I'll get 30,476 just to be safe. And I'll try and buy them at... Oh, well, if you're... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Slayer is one of my favorite skills in the entire... It probably is my favorite skill in the entire game, which is a normie thing to say, but it's just fun killing different monsters. Like, that's the whole point of the game, is killing different monsters. Like, and it gets better and better and better and better the higher up level you get, too. All the way up to, like, you unlock Hydra at 95. So, you're pretty much... It's fun the whole way up, in my experience. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cave slimes don't really have anything good that they drop, so that kind of sucks. But once you get to like profitable Slayer, it gets really fun. Yeah, I learned this from the Rune Dragonaut guide. They said, so you do a Dragon Claw spec, and if you do it perfectly, you can do a Declaw spec and 4 Granite Maul specs, and then a Declaw spec, 4 Granite Maul specs, Declaw spec, 4 Granite Maul specs throughout the whole thing, because it basically gives you that power up gives you infinite spec, not infinite, but it recharges incredible, like super fast. And you get XP for all of it. So I bet my XP per hour just boosted way up. Like, yeah, like 70k, and it's gonna be dropping because yeah, it's dropping because that thing is super OP. That power up, so good. All right, none of this gold ore is buying, so I'm gonna need to put in an order for. Let's see, 3476 gold ore. 3476, and I'll just buy it expensive. I don't care. Oh, I only bought 2. Whoops. 3476. Enter. Okay. Oh shit! Almost all of it bought instantly. I guess the buy limit's just 30k. Oh, I wasn't paying attention and ran out of absorption. That sucks. Oh well. See, 4-8. Absorptions, take just all of them. Dream. Previous. Yes, take my money. Infernal mages. I don't know if I've ever killed those before. I have no idea what those are. I don't think I've ever gotten that task. Maybe once way back when, but I do not remember what that is. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you've only got a couple levels anyway, like it'll be pretty quick. Oh, whoops. All right. Now comes the fun part of remembering how to do blast furnace, because I haven't done it in probably about a year. So, blast furnace, or let's do smithing training, OSRS. Pretty sure it's just full graceful with the gloves, but there might be something else that I'm supposed to have. Oh, right. I think you use ice gloves too. Instead of graceful. And you're supposed to have a bunch of... Do I have a bunch of stamps? No, I'm going to need way more than that. And then I'll make an inventory setup in RuneLite that's just called Blast Furnace. So that I can put... I'm going to put the gold in my loot tab so that I know where it is. And then I think the inventory setup is supposed to be like just this, right? Alright, wear goldsmith gauntlets when the experience. Yup. Use ice gloves to save an inventory space. Wear weight reducing clothing. Keep stamina potion. Save the bank transfer quantity to all. Okay. I think I'm good. I just need I could do a Ring of Endurance, but like I don't have that kind of money and it's really not that big of a deal. Or wait. Well, I do have that kind of money, but I don't really want to sell my Dragon Hunter crossbow, you know. I guess I'm going to be here a fucking a long time. I should just suck it up and buy a Ring of Endurance. $50 mil. Why is it 50 mil? Oh my god. It is rare, so. It's really not going to buy for that. Come on. Please. Please buy. Oh, thank God. Okay. I thought I was going to have to spend like a legit 50 mil on this thing. Okay, so how do I've never used one of these before. I think you just put stamina pots in it. Withdraw. I'll just withdraw half of them. I'm going to read up on this thing so I know I'm not screwing myself. Sand crabs. If you want to do sand crabs and you haven't done the quest, then you go to this place down. Let me scroll. It's all the way over in Zaya, so I'm gonna have to scroll. But you do it on this place called Crab Claw Island, right here. You got to take this boat, and it costs 10k, and it's full of bots. But if you've done the quest, then you just do in the. There's a dungeon called Crabclaw Caves right here. So if you've done Depths of Despair, which you should if you're going to do Nightmare Zone, then you can do it in here, which is a better place to do them at. So I would definitely recommend doing Depths of Despair because it's a really easy quest, and then doing them in that cave. I'll show you again. The cave is right here. So if we were, I can't zoom out anymore, but so like here's Hosidius. You go over a little bit to the left and down. Basically take a skills necklace to the woodcutting guild and just run south, and it's right there. But that's only if you've done the quest. I don't think you're allowed in there if you haven't. But the quest is really easy. But like I said, there's also if you've done Fossil Island, you can do Ammonite crabs. If you've done you can do rock crabs without any quests done. Just let me know like what your questing situation is. Like, have you done Depths of Despair? It is pretty useful. The cloak is a really, really close telly to a fairy ring. It's pretty good. And to okay. If you're planning on doing Nightmare Zone, you see this snake? This snake is from Nightmare Zone. Or from Depths of Despair. This is the boss. And it's a really good boss to have. So I would recommend doing, at some point, the Depths of Despair, so that you unlock the good sand crab spot and the snake for Nightmare Zone. But yeah, Artie Easy Diary is a really, really useful thing to have. It's best in slot cape, actually, for melee until your fire cape. Unless you buy an obsidian cape, but that's kind of... People are going to think you're lame if you do that. But you can. I guess you're pretty loaded on money, so you may as well get an obsidian cape if you're gonna train. So the Artie cape wouldn't be like best in slot for you, but it would still be good. It's still a really good teleport to a fairy ring. Is my stream lagging for you? Because on my dashboard it keeps buffering. Oh, test. Oh, test. Okay, it's only like 4 seconds of delay, I think, so we're good. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's my VPN that does it. I'm gonna turn my VPN off. It's not like I'm PKing or anything. Hello? Can you hear me? Am I back?